Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS margins. And right now we'll be discussing about the inherit values. The inherit value in CSS margin property. This example lets the left margin of the P element that is having the class of ex1 element be inherited from the parent element of div. So I'm going to show you how this works quickly. Let's quickly check our document. In our document right here, we are having this right in our previous tutorial. So we are about to learn the inheritance. So let's say for instance now we are having this one right here. Let's change this so it can look nice. Let's remove all this because we need to do another thing. Let's comment it out. We want to do something special right here. Please, I want you guys to stay focused with this. So we are not using this now. We want to specify. Let's save our document first and see what we got. As you can see, we are having this right now in our document. Now let's use one element that is having the fit set class. Let's use let's use margin right here. Firstly, let's create margin right here. Let's create margin left. Let's give it margin left of 45, or let's give it 100 pixels so you can see it clearly. 100 pixels. Let me give it 300 pixels so you guys can see it clearly. I like when you see what I'm doing nicely. Let's reload our document. Now as you can see, inside our body element right here, we are having this 300 value, right? So the funniest part about this inheritance is that any element inside our body element right here can inherit this kind of margin we are having at the inside our body element. How can we do that? So quickly, let's get going. I'm having one element right here that is having a class. This fit set right here is having this class of fit set, right? I'm going to copy this fit set class right here, and I'm going to specify another value. I want to declare another element in CSS. Don't you forget, we have two parts. The first part is the selector part. Let me paste the fit set I want to select, and I'm selecting it by class. This fit set that is having class. So, and we are having the second part of declaration. The declaration part, we are now going to specify the, let's say we will need margin left right here also. Let's specify margin what? Margin left. So for us to use the margin left right here, we want to use inherit. When we use inherit, you are going to see what we have. Definitely we are telling our document that this margin we have inside our body element right here, we want it to be this is the element that is having the class of fit set. This second element right here, you are going to see the way it will inherit this kind of margin left. Now let's reload our document. Can you see? Just imagine it shifts to the left by inheriting this 300 pixel margin left. So I'm going to, let me give it a border so you can see. Let me give it multiple declaration. Let me give it multiple declarations. Let me give this thing let me give it a border. We have discussed a border about border in our previous tutorial. You guys can check our previous tutorial on it. 2 pixel solid. Let me give it green. Let me give it green, or let me give it red so you guys can see it clearly. Can you see when I reload? It's having this red. So let me increase the red so you can see it clearly. Let me give it 50 pixel. Reload. Can you see we are having this, right? This is our element. This one is too much. I don't like the way it looks. Let me give it 20 at least is enough. Yes, this one is enough. So as you can see, definitely we are able to see that this thing is inheriting 300 pixel margin from this parent element, which is the body element. I'm going to demonstrate it again so you guys can understand the scope behind this. As you can see, let's say we remove this margin left right here, which is having the inherit. Let's reload. Can you see our element comes back and it is normal like the other elements, right? But right now we want to inherit the body element, the margin left that is having this 300 pixel that is inside our margin left inside our body element here. We want to inherit it inside our what? Inside our fit set element that is having the class of fit set. So this one is the fit set class. So we have specified the fit set class. inside one of our elements right here. As you can see, this element is the one that is having the feedset class. So quickly, let me get back there and use the margin of inherit, just to inherit something to work fast. That's why you use margin. Let's use margin left. We use margin left, and we now write inherit inside here. When we write inherit as the value, definitely it's going to take the, it's going to inherit the margin left proper value that we specify here. It's going to use it inside this page. Definitely we are trying to take this one automatically and place it here. So this one inherit you are seeing right here is also this one you are seeing right here, this 300 pixel right here. Definitely this means that the thing we have specified inside it, because this body tag inside it is where we are having this element, which is the feed set, that is having this kind of feed set class. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. Please, I want you guys to understand this flow. Let's reload our document now and reload. Can you see now it's shift? Definitely it's taking the 300 pixel margin left from it. So, and also we can specify it also by hand without inheriting it. Let's say we need 300 pixel, can just write 300 pixel like this and reload. Can you see it's the same when I reload? Can you see it's still the same? Definitely when we specify 200 pixel right here, let's specify 200 pixel right here, you're going to see it's both of it is going to this one, only this big one is going to decrease, but our own is not going to decrease. Let's reload. Can you see this, our own, this feed set is not decreasing. Let me decrease this one now. Let me decrease it to 20 pixel so you can see what I'm talking about. Reload. Can you see this one is having 20 pixel, but this one is not having 20 pixel because we are not inheriting it. Can you see we are having 300 pixel here? But one thing that makes us write this inheritance here, when we write inherit here, let's save our document and reload, you are going to see what will happen. Can you see it's automatically inherited? Can you see the gap self? It's identical. So as you can see, we are able to inherit the margin from the body element here. But if you don't want to inherit it, you can specify your own value by yourself. Let's say we specify on 200 pixel. If you want, you can specify your own value. Can you see now we are having, so that's how it works. That's how inheritance works. Everything that is inside here, you are saying is to take it because this element also is inside this body element. So that's why we are able to do this. And what akorede ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time. But before I go, let me show you what we have been covering so far. We have been covering so far all the CSS margin properties we have discovered. We have talked about margin. We have talked about margin bottom, margin dash bottom, margin dash left, margin dash right, margin dash top. We have discussed about all this. And the margin properties is the shorthand property for setting all the margin properties in one declaration. The margin dash bottom property sets the bottom margin of an element. The margin dash left property sets the left margin of an element. The margin dash right property sets the right margin of an element. The margin dash top property sets the top margin of an element. So I want you guys to practice this because practice makes perfect. I'm rounding up from here for now. And what akorede ayofe is my name. I wish to see you guys next time to our next tutorial. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Peace and love.